The way we consume and share news today, it is largely rooted in social media outlets, a reason why it's crucial to look at what's being discussed online. From the hottest issues to trends for our daily social media minute, we're joined by Erica. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day. And
The
it's
halfway
also March
point.
1st.
Yes, it is. We would like to remind our listeners, in Korea, we are marking the Independence Movement Day. Happy March 1st to you.
And it's also the first day of a new month. Inching closer to spring.
Thoughts, folks? How was your February? Mine just kind of zipped by. No recollection. Nothing important out of February. All right, let's jump into some of the buzzwords this morning, Erica. So we're apparently phasing out cash payment on buses. Now, you might think that's convenient for us and convenient for the bus drivers who clearly had many jobs to juggle while driving this massive thing across a busy city. But what does this mean for those who haven't paid cash all this time? We're taking a step forward.
That's right. There are roughly 7,400 public buses that operate every day here in the city of Seoul, and 25% of those 7,500 buses on 108 of its 370 routes are allowing passengers to only pay by card or by a smartphone application, no cash. There was a pilot program back in 2021. Now they're expanding it fivefold, actually, from the current 418 buses on 18 routes. Now, currently, night buses are not included, but I imagine that moving forward, even those will be a part of Seoul City's latest plan.
Yeah, I'm assuming that pilot program went well, which is why we're moving in a direction to expand the existing phase out of cash payments on these buses for some of our non-local listeners. Now, following this change, riders on these cashless buses will have to tap a contactless bank card or mobile wallet to pay when boarding. You can also, I think, buy a prepaid card if you're a visitor in Seoul.
That's right. Yes, you can purchase one of those transportation cards.
Yeah.
And you can have them charged at your nearest convenience store or near bus stations. Now, the city is working on more options for people that do not use such cards, including the elderly population who have perhaps yet to make the transition to cards or digital devices. Now, many of the elderly say they have already been inconvenienced by Seoul City's latest move. They've been caught off guard. You know, they get on the bus and they're notified by the bus driver, sorry, no cash, and they're completely unprepared. And if this happened to, I don't know, Gen MZ, they would just simply whip up their smartphone and to make a wire transfer to a specified bank account. But the elderly, they're not used to using such technology. So it's a problem for them for now.
Absolutely. I mean, even when we started introducing kiosks at all these movie theaters, for one, convenience stores in some cases, and other entertainment locations, we always talked about who are we leaving behind, and if they just completely remove the cash box out of this bus, really, maybe some of these elderly are left without any other option, like you said.
That's right. According to the city government, the total amount of cash payments declined sharply over the last decade, but it costs a lot of money to maintain and manage those fare collection boxes, and bus companies have been grappling with the high management costs. Now, the number of passengers using cash on Seoul City buses have dropped from 3% in 2012 to 0.6% last year, which is only 20,000 passengers among the 3.2 million bus users that use the public bus every day. Now, the city estimates that the number of cash users will decline further to 0.1% within the next 5 years, hence their latest move.
Okay, so I can't imagine this happening frequently, but I'm assuming there were enough cases that upset the bus drivers. The large denomination notes also frequently led to problems between bus drivers and passengers. Of course, we have that 50,000 won bill now. Can you imagine the hassle?
You know, I'm sure the passengers are not doing it on purpose.
Obviously.
I mean, there are situations where you only have a large banknote, right?
Yeah.
But it is a hassle. You know, you have to explain to the driver, hey, this is all I have. and the bus driver has to give back the change in coins, which is really annoying. It would take time for all those coins to drop into the change box. Well, anyways, these days, many bus drivers ask passengers to, without cash on hand, with large denomination notes, to wire transfer the money to a specified bank account using their smartphones.
Okay, so there you have it. You mentioned the pilot program Seoul ran for 6 months back in October 2021. How did that go?
Yeah, so at the time, it removed fare boxes from just 171 buses on 8 Seoul City lines. It also placed mobile QR codes at bus stations to facilitate the purchase of digital bus cards, and it went pretty well. Now, other cities have moved toward electronic payments last year. For example, Daejeon decided to make 945 buses on 100 routes cashless back in July, and in the same period, Incheon City also expanded cashless buses to 228 buses on 17 lines, in the same period.
Okay, so this is the future. It's not just Seoul City. We're probably moving towards more of these cashless transactions. Should we make more of a point to inform those who may fall behind the trend? I think that's up to the government, but that's the least they can do. No one left behind, right? On to our second buzzword of the day. How do you get our attention in this contents-heavy world? Well, the Indian embassy in Seoul clearly knows how to take PR to a whole new level.
Yeah, and I've watched the video so many times.
Me too.
Yeah. So these dancing South Korean diplomats based in New Delhi, they have won the hearts of millions of Indians with their viral video performance of an Oscar-nominated song titled Naatu Naatu, which means dance, dance. And this video clip was posted to Twitter over the weekend. And in the video, staff from South Korea's embassy in New Delhi are dancing to this popular song. It's from the movie RRR that we briefly mentioned on the segment a while ago, Rise, Roar, Revolt. Many in the video are seen wearing traditional clothing from both countries, hanbok and saris. Some people are also wearing the white taekwondo dobok as well. And this is a 53-second clip. It features even the South Korean ambassador to India, Kang dancing in one of the scenes.
I've seen the video so many times. We're streaming it, in fact, for those of you guys who haven't seen it yet. It's just great fun. I mean, in all honesty, I won't point to who, but not everyone's a dancer, obviously, but it's just fun to watch, isn't it? And to correct myself, I assumed it was an embassy in Seoul, but it's an embassy in New Delhi at South Korea's embassy there. The video, because we're talking about it, of course, has gone viral on social media. How many views has it already racked up?
Yeah, I just checked a few minutes ago. The video has so far garnered more than 5 million views on Twitter and a whole lot of love and praise in India. Even Prime Minister Narendra Modi has commented on the video saying, lively and adorable team effort. Other comments included, love you for this, a fitting tribute to bilateral relations. How well can a song and dance sequence unite?
Not to make like the obvious connections, Bollywood has a lot of song and dance, K-pop is in the front and center, but I do wonder how well known are popular South Korean contents in India?
You know, the popularity is growing. Millions of Indians have embraced K-pop and K-dramas in recent years. And Indians are also making inroads in South Korea's entertainment industry. For example, singer Shreya Lenka became India's first homegrown K-pop star when she joined the girl group Black Swan last year. And there's, of course, Indian actor Anupam Tripathi, who starred in award-winning Netflix show Squid Game.
All right, there you have it. Let's move on to our final story, which will definitely turn heads because I did a double take of the mugshot of So Much. Thai drug dealer apparently tried to disguise himself as a Korean man with plastic surgery. That's how he wanted to evade authorities.
Oh my goodness. So the Thai police, they raided a condo in the suburbs of Bangkok, which turned out to be the hideout of an alleged drug smuggler who had been on the run for months now. The man went by the Korean name Min Song,
Ah.
and he was described by the local police as being this good-looking Korean man with wavy hair and smooth skin.
Okay, we're going to start to stream those mugshots. I mean, his eyes have been sort of mosaiced, but the rest of the facial features you can see. Obviously, the skin condition looks a lot better in the aftermath of these surgeries, I suppose. His facial structures look completely different. His bone structure has changed, and he's lost a lot of weight
Eyebrows
too.
look different too.
Right. We all know that saying appearance can be extremely deceiving. We talk about halo effect and pop psychology all the time.
Yeah.
This was apparently one such case, it seems.
Yes, definitely. He's not a Korean man, obviously. He's Thai, he's 25 years old, and he's a Bangkok resident. And he basically attempted to reinvent himself as a Korean man by changing his name, his haircut, multiple plastic surgery procedures. Now, before and after photos provided by the police, I mean, if you see the before and after, there's very little resemblance in the after photo. And he's been wanted since last year for importing more than 2,500 grams and 290 tablets of ecstasy into Thailand.
Oh.
And he is allegedly a major source of the drug spreading in the city of Bangkok. And he apparently vanished, like seemingly vanished into thin air until the police received rumors of the drugs being traced back to a Korean dealer, which prompted them to investigate.
Look at that. Just the fact that he got away for weeks on end with a completely different face. I mean, it's like something what movies are made out of. Right. Go on, Erica.
You know, after his arrest, he reportedly told the police that he spoke very little Korean, but he wanted to live in South Korea because he was bored of his life in Thailand.
All right. You could have thought of hundreds of other ways to come here legally and be, I don't know, a tourist like a normal person.
Right.
But instead, you went to extreme means. And I mean, you're talking about a country that has traditionally had strict laws against drug use and trafficking. It has taken several steps in relaxing rules in recent years. However, he was caught not with marijuana, but ecstasy pills, you said.
Yeah, and there's a high chance that he will be sentenced to life in prison.
Okay.
Now, most notably, you talked about Thailand taking several steps in relaxing its laws in recent years. Thailand became the first country in Asia to decriminalize cannabis last year.
Right. And so we'll have to wait and see how the verdict ends up. I think we're just more kind of blown away by the fact that he kept hidden with a brand new face.
And a brand new name.
And a brand new identity. He speaks no Korean. It's funny.
Right.
Thanks, Erica, for today's coverage. Have a safe day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
If you're listening to our program using the podcast service, just a reminder that we do go live Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Korea Standard Time. So tune in and help us make the show more informative by giving us your input. See you bright and early on Good Morning Seoul.